Hello, there are some things that actually worry doulas, and amongst those things, some would say top of their list is, but what about if you go to a birth and a baby passes away? So, quick spoiler alert, what I'm going to talk to you about now, just gently, if that's okay with you, is neonatal death, early neonatal death, and stillbirth. So, I've been reading a special book that's just come out, and it's by one of our favourite obstetricians, and her name is Dr. Kirsten Small, Small. She's just released a book on Amazon, and I'm going to add all of this into the links for you as well below. So her book is titled Monitoring Your Baby in Labour, an evidence-based guide to help you plan your birth. And one of the things that she says in there is that we have an idea that the more monitoring, the better. The more that we monitor babies, the safer it is. And she's discovered some studies that actually say, no, that's not the case. Monitoring does not make things safer. So if you're a doula and you're helping a mum and you want to ensure that things are a bit safer, a quick checklist that I would be doing is making sure she's not a smoker, that she's not doing cannabis either, that she's not doing alcohol regularly during her pregnancy at all, illegal drugs, excessive, really seriously excessive caffeine, things like that. So there are certain things that you'll see in the doula training book where we're talking about things that increase risks, of course, and I've just done a very rapid list there. There are other things as well, but that's kind of top of the list of any obstetrician. They would much prefer that a woman ceases all of that prior to falling pregnant, and then that will reduce the risk of a baby passing away. So smoking is kind of top of my list because that reduces the oxygen in a woman's body, and of course if we reduce the oxygen, well then of course that baby is at greater risk. So let's just move past all of that. I just wanted to identify what might be risks there. So I just want to read a couple of things that Dr. Kirsten Small has added in the book. I've just purchased it on Kindle version from Amazon, and I've read it very, very quickly. And so I've written a couple of notes that I want to share with you. So the first thing, which is very reassuring, is that if a doula was to go to 10,000 births, then what she could expect is a statistic of 3 babies in 10,000 that were alive at the beginning of labour may die before they're born. So that's a stillbirth, okay? And she also explains that, again, 10,000 babies, if 10,000 babies are born, just three, could be born alive but die in the first week of life, and that's called early neonatal death. So she explains that in her book, and then she goes on to explain that an evidence-based, so the name of her book is that it's an evidence-based guide to help you plan your birth, monitoring your baby in labour. So there are 2 studies. One is done by, called Birthplace Study by Hollowell, and that was done in 2011. So she's quoting that one, and also Homer in 2019. So both of those studies came up with the same sort of results. So the bottom line in all of this is that Dr. Kirsten Small, she says, remember that 9,959 out of 10,000 babies will not experience a poor outcome. They're fine. And so I'm hoping that this is reassuring for you. If you want more information, good idea to hit her website, birthsmalltalk.com, purchase her book. So her name's Dr. Kirsten Small. She's a retired obstetrician, and she's actually coming to our doula conference next weekend. So we'll look forward to seeing her there.